Oh my God. All right. I don't know where everybody else is now. Let me see. Chat's closed. Time to find another chat room. Oh my God. This was a disaster. A disaster. Could I have done any worse at it? All right. Yay. We're here. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it failed so miserably. I cannot tell you. All I know is that we're here now, and hopefully everybody finds us. I don't know what happened. Whoa. I need help. I got to take like a class of how to go live better and settings and things like that. Like, as far as I know, my internet's fine. I did a speed test and everything while I was sitting here panicking. So as far as I know, everything's fine. That was just weird. Okay, so yeah, the picture does look better. I don't know what's going on here. Ow. Just one of those days. There's my tablet. I was looking for that. That a girl goes through. Yay. Okay. I mean, there's like way less of us here now. I think people gave up, you know. They're not as loyal as you guys. But hopefully everybody kind of filtered back in here and we can get started. Whoever plays back the repeat. I know, it's so bad. So embarrassing. I need an assistant. I need an assistant to help me with like technical things because I feel like I spend so much time trying to figure out how to do things and how things work, and I could be using that time better. Hey everybody, thank you so much. If you are just getting in, hit the like button if you can. Hopefully it brings people back. Hopefully it will have YouTube maybe not crash my stream again. Can everybody hear me and see me okay? Oh, probably have a virus. I just got some weird pop-ups. Maybe I got hacked. Loud and clear. All right, so what were we talking about? Oh, I remember. Okay, we were talking about Lori Vallow. It's gonna be such a weird, like when people play this back, they're gonna miss the first like 20 minutes of it. Love from the Bronx, introverted mama. We're close. People are waiting on the two other there's two other pending lives. Guys, I don't even want to mess with anything because I feel like I'm gonna just screw something up. I hit the back button. Should I erase them? All right, so there's one that says live now, 150 watching. So can you guys tell somebody? Can you guys tell them? Can you guys tell them to come in? Let's talk about Gannon Stauch. I mean, really, We switched all these lives. It was strategic so that T Stauch, who was probably in one of the other lives, couldn't find us. So it's like when you take a bunch of turns when you're being followed. You know, you're like turning, 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 trying to lose the person who's following you. That's what we did. Your followers are armchair detective. Okay, we're good? Any buffering? Any issues? Buffering issues, sound issues, sight issues. Any news on Gannon? No. Not that I know of. Thank you for smashing the like button, Philip. All right, so it's buffering now. Please don't tell me it's buffering if it's not buffering. Please don't mess with me, guys. Please, you'll break me today. You'll break me. Scary. Hi, Clueless Ghost. Have you watched the trials of Gabriel Fernandez? I haven't watched it yet. I have been staying away from true crime. Just found a pair of scissors right under my feet. I've been staying away from true crime in my recreational time. The only time I really have a chance to watch TV, like normal TV, is at the gym on the treadmill or at night after I put the kids to bed. And I've been picking just kind of more like fictional shows to watch. Thank you guys. Thank you, Jen. Sending love for Buffalo. Yeah, see, you just said the Gabriel Fernandez documentary is heartbreaking. And it's like, my heart can't take it. All right. My heart can't even take the fact that the whole live it was a catastrophe. Can't take it. Armchair detectives will figure out my live stream. Vallow case, first chat, buffering. I can't take it. I don't want to hear it. If it's only buffering a little bit, I don't want to hear it. It's stressing me out. Somebody said I'm giving them a panic attack with these scissors. Same. Okay. When I came back, I was putting scissors up my nose. Okay. All right. So, what do I want to talk about? We already talked about the Vallow case a little bit. Oh, Gannon Stauch. Okay. So, actually, I wanted to look something up, and I'm so glad I found my tablet because I was going to use my tablet, but then I couldn't find it because I used it yesterday when I recorded a video for my notes. So, that's why I was down here. And I literally was looking all over for it. I even said, Siri, where's my iPad? And they were like, we'll play sound now. And I said, Shh. And I'm not sure why they would stop the search besides the fact that the weather's bad. Search scheduled for Friday in northwest El Paso County for an 11-year-old Colorado Springs boy who has been missing for a month was abruptly postponed by the sheriff's office. In a tweet Thursday afternoon, the El Paso County Sheriff's Office said they would be conducting a search for 11-year-old Gannon Stauch in the area of Highway 105 and Highway 83 just east of Monument. Nearly 3 hours later, however, officials said the scheduled search was postponed. Sheriff's Office did not provide an explanation for doing so. So here's what I think. This was a day ago, okay? They were planning to do a search, and then 3 hours later, it was announced that the search was postponed. And once again, I mean, I talked about this a little bit when I was talking to Scott Reich yesterday on his channel. I think the police know way more in the Gannon Stauch case than we know. They're keeping it close for multiple reasons, but I think they know a good deal about what happened. Because otherwise, it just wouldn't make any sense, right? Looking at the case as we have it with the information we have, there's so much missing. There's so much that doesn't make sense. There's so much that's frustrating because even as non-detectives, just armchair detectives, as T would call us, life is a journey. Let it go. Thank you so much. No, I'm not into drama. Not even us as armchair detectives. We could be like, okay, so we have to try to figure out. We have to put together a timeline of where T was between when she left the house and stopped at Petco to buy the dog sweaters and when she showed back up at the house a couple hours later. And somebody said in the comment in my Gannon Stauch video, and I can't confirm it, but if you guys can, let me know, that when T went to Petco the first time, she had left her phone there. And then she came back a few hours to get the phone. If that's true, if this is the case, we all know why that's suspicious, right? Because cases have been solved using cell phone data, being able to figure out where the person was by tracking the GPS on their phone. So she left her phone at Petco and then went somewhere else for a couple hours and then came back to Petco later to pick it up and then went home without Gannon, allegedly. Why would she have left her phone at Petco besides for maybe not wanting to be found or maybe not wanting the police to know where she'd gone in that gap of time? Now, that would lead me to ask, what kind of car does she have? What kind of vehicle? A lot of the newer vehicles, they have OnStar. They have GPS built into the car. Even if it's not activated, it can still be tracked if you get, a warrant. I would question that. But once again, she is now saying she left her phone at home but had her Apple Watch on the whole time. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Okay, so there has to be something like this. It's 2020. We always have something on us that can track our movements, unless we specifically go out of our way to make sure that we don't. And if she usually has her phone and she usually has something on her, like her Apple Watch, or she usually has, tracking enabled on her vehicle, and then all of a sudden she makes sure that none of these things are the case when that's not her typical behavior, then you'd have to wonder, why? Why did she suddenly leave her phone at home or at Petco? We're glued to our phones, especially somebody like this who I think, did a great deal of social media. At least she seems to be a social media expert and pro now. How smart you think you are as a criminal. You're not smarter and you don't have more resources than an entire police department, right? They're gonna have ways of figuring out whether you're lying or not. So I almost feel like they know something now. And that's why the search was suspended. Maybe they know there's no point in looking in that specific area. Maybe they know or have an idea of what happened to him, so there's no point in searching for him. Maybe they have somebody in custody that they're trying to get more specific locations or details from. I'm not sure which, but to plan a search and then suspend it and not give a reason, like, oh, it's the weather's bad. If it was the weather, they might have said, well, the weather's really bad. It's snowing. It's cold. We're going to wait until, things settle down. But to give no reason, it stands out to me. Thank you, Stacy Pacheco. Love your channel. Thank you so much for all your hard work and dedication. Thank you. I love your work. You're amazing. Thank you, Art by Megan B. If you're not using ExpressVPN, VPN, or one of those comparable sites, that's probably a little collab. Yesterday, I was wondering if you'd be interested in covering the chicken coop murders in California. Oh, the Changeling movie. Yes. Somebody sent me an email a couple of months ago asking me to cover it. And I think I looked into it and I was like, whoa, this is so dark and so depraved. I don't know how I could put it on YouTube without raising a bunch of red flags for YouTube and having everything be completely demonetized, but I will try. The gremlins are thick today. The gremlins. Hi, OBX girl. This live stream is not sponsored by ExpressVPN. I don't have any VPNs I need to. So Tina states she was wearing her Apple Watch during that time. Okay, so, but I don't, like, if she came right out and said she was wearing her Apple Watch, like, if people are questioning, okay, so this is, like, just the way my mind works. I suspect everybody. I have a very suspicious mind, right? So if she says, I was wearing my Apple Watch, and she's, like, admitting that now, does that not lead you to believe that maybe she wants them to look into her Apple Watch? Like, maybe she put her Apple Watch someplace else, or made a fake trail with the Apple Watch so that they would use that as like a GPS. I don't know. Am I crazy? You heard about the McMillions documentary on HBO, Amazon? Take care of yourself, girl. Sometimes compassion fatigue can hit hard with these cases. Thank you so much. Casper has a corn snake. Okay, I see you. Yeah, I haven't heard about that documentary on HBO yet, but is it on HBO or Amazon? But I'll check it out. Much love from Chicago. So yeah, what do you guys think about Gannon Stauch? Like, I know that I don't really. You don't have to be smarter than some police departments, just more enthusiastic. No, sorry, it's not true. If the police department's a good one, there's really no way, like, with technology. I mean, of course, there's a way. Like, I don't know. I don't like talking in absolute, but if the police department's a good one, they're gonna be able to figure it out. It's just a matter of time. And the fact that they're being so quiet about it, and the fact that she said in her interview that they were holding her against her will, they pulled a gun on her, they were blocking her from leaving, they wouldn't give her a lawyer. Like, I talked to Scott Reich yesterday about this. Like, it's pretty much not possible that they would deny her all those things. Like, they can't legally deny her all those things. And what kind of police officer or police force is going to do that when they know that their actions could come out? It's not gonna happen. So I think that they know more. T is suspect. Apple Watch given to someone else to wear. Thank you, Little Skill. That is exactly what I was thinking. Sorry, I just hit that. Hey, Susan. Yeah. Hi, Amanda. Any thoughts on the Gabriel Fernandez doc? No, I haven't seen it yet. But I want to. Gannon's mother was absent for whatever reason. He was clearly not in T's favor. Yeah, and I mean, I've heard the whole Gannon's mother scenario. That Landon was going through things, and that's why Gannon was with his dad and his stepmother and living with them. People go through things. It doesn't matter to me. Can you take a selfie with an Apple Watch? I think so. Yeah, when she said Gannon's gonna come back and I can't wait so I can get an apology. Oh my gosh. Hi, James. Oh my goodness, a lot. Do you think T had glass? We're not making any accusations. We're just normal people on the internet, armchair detectives, trying to figure out why somebody might be acting suspicious. And in this case, no matter who you are, whether you feel comfortable jumping to conclusions about the guilt or innocence of somebody else or not, you can still safely say you don't feel comfortable with this situation. You don't feel comfortable with the way T's acting. She's hiding something. Is she hiding where he is? Is she hiding that she did something bad to him? I don't know, but she's hiding something. I think she's now trying to set up this scenario, allegedly, that he was taken. And maybe he was taken because of what his mother, Landon, is into. She's not stupid, right? And a lot of people want to say she's stupid. I don't think she's stupid. I think she has enough cursory knowledge about what the police know, what they can do, how they build cases, to the point where she thought ahead. She thought ahead when she started going on Facebook and talking about Landon's past with drugs and bad people, dangerous people. And then all of a sudden, we've got Gannon in the garage on Saturday, hurting himself, bleeding. She's got to bandage his leg. All of a sudden, we have Gannon going to the side gate. Gannon's the only one who has a key to the side gate. All these little things that get pieced together and added on, which she's waiting to add on until she knows more about what the police know, right? She kind of fills things in. So she's, vague enough where she can elaborate later and add things later. That he hurt his foot in the garage. That's where the blood was from. Now she's talking about he had a key to the side gate and he kept going to the side gate. And then the day he went missing, somebody came and got him. And she, has a description of this person. I think she's trying to set it up as if Gannon was kidnapped because of something that his mother did, or because of something that his mother was into. What do you guys turn? Yes, Kaylin. I'm from Colorado, and everyone in the Facebook groups about him are so suspicious. Yes, except for the many support Stauch Facebook pages, right? Which I'm pretty sure she created all of those. Love you, Alyssa. She's being completely sketchy with all the talk about Gannon's mom. It's trying to deflect suspicion to herself, suspicion away from herself, right? So it doesn't really matter who the suspicion goes to. And in fact, it's better if she can gaslight you enough to make you question the fact that it's her at all. If she continues on with this, well, his mom was this way and he had these issues and his mom knew these people. If she continues on with this stuff, it's distracting you, because as a human being who has a brain and uses common sense, we're going to be like, well, that could be possible. So let me look into that, or let me consider that scenario, that figure out what to do next. So she's just kind of guessing and adding to her stories as she goes along. She doesn't know, in my opinion, if she's lying. She doesn't know what her end game is, allegedly. She's just trying to buy time at this point. And that's why I think the police aren't really coming out and telling you if they have a suspect in custody, or telling you if they have a suspect in mind, because they don't want to spook her or whoever they might be suspicious of and have this person run. And listen, somebody said in my Gannon Stauch video, like, you don't understand what it's like to be a stepmother. First of all, you don't know that. Why would you why would you assume that? I dated somebody who had a child, and I know it's hard to be a step parent myself. Man, my brother and sister and I gave this woman a run for her money when she first, got into a relationship with my dad. But so I understand that being a step parent is hard. If you don't think that you can love a child like your own, then you shouldn't get into a relationship with somebody who has a child, period. And that's fine. I don't blame somebody for feeling like they couldn't love a child if it wasn't their own. That's your personal preference and it's your right. But if you don't feel like you can love a child as if it's your own, or care for it as if it's truly your own, don't get into a relationship with somebody who has a child. I had a child previously going into my marriage, and I would never have married somebody who I felt couldn't care for my children as if they were his own flesh and blood. So, yes, my husband is a stepfather to my daughter. Let's talk about this YouTuber. I think her name's Michelle Grace. You guys want to talk about that? The whole on her YouTube channel and saying that she beat her 2-year-old daughter's ass. I'd like to talk about that. All right, is it buffering, guys? Is it buffering? Tell me if it is. If it's buffering, then put put an angry face in the comments. So let me know if you can hear me, okay? I am going to start talking about this Michelle woman, this YouTuber. Whoa. Whoa. I'm trying to fix this so I don't look so pale and washed out. Whoa. That'll do, I guess. Okay, good. All right, so Michelle Grace, I saw this video, and I don't even know if you can find the video anymore, but if I can find the video, I'll link it once I post this. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Buffering may just be messing around with me because I said that you're going to break me today if you keep telling me it's buffering. I'm just never going to go live again, like ever. It's become so stressful because I don't know if it's YouTube's thing or it's like my computer, but okay. So I saw this video and I don't know if it's up anymore, but I can, if it is up or I can find like a copy of it. I think that Ready to Glare did a video on this, and I think she had a copy of it, so I'll link that video too. But so this girl, she's a YouTuber, I think she's like 21, and ruined it, and it's the second time she's done this. So she basically beat her or hit her or popped her, as she says, so hard that it did. Let me actually, maybe I can pull it up on my tablet and play it for you. You want me to do that? Try dropping your quality to 144. How do I do that? I have to get out of the stream and like change it, I think. So I can't do that because I'd have to get out of the stream. But I'm going to see if I can play it for you, okay? You guys sit tight. If I'm buffering. Know what? Sanders Kennedy. Thank you. Videos. Michelle Grace full deleted video. Okay, so this is from Sanders Kennedy's channel. So I give him credit for it. I'll show you the
Hey
part.
everyone, Sanders Kennedy here. Now, while I was editing my live, she showed no remorse over letting that happen. Because this is this is seriously not good.
Y'all hear that, right?
You can hear the baby crying in the background.
My 2-year-old just got her. Because no matter how many times I tell her not to mess with my makeup, she never listens. I put it away to where she can't find it. And what does she do? She finds it. At this point, I need a freaking safe. She has ruined 2 palettes of mine. And one of them is being discontinued. 1 second. My hand hurts. Because I just crap out of her. Not literally. But I taught her a lesson. Because I'll be damned if she's going to walk all over me. And I know a lot of parents might not agree with me. I don't normally my child. Unless I absolutely have to, and usually it's just a pop. And it barely hurts. She cries for like 5 seconds. But y'all, I'm sick of it. She's 2.5. She's in her terrible 2s. She's gonna do whatever the hell she wants to. And if she knows she's not supposed to do it, she's gonna do it. Don't get me wrong. 95% of the time, she's a good kid. But there are just some times where I want to just scream and pull my hair out. There are not enough words in the dictionary to describe how mad I am. She kept trying to get into my James Charles palette. I kept having to move it, and I kept having to put it away, and I kept having to walk it away. She would always find it. One night, I fell asleep early. So did she, but she woke up in the middle of the night. She had managed to get out of her crib, find my palette, find Windex. I don't know how the hell she found Windex. But thank God she didn't, ingest it. Because that would have been a fucking disaster. But I wake up to her giggling. I'm like, what are you doing? And I smell something, and I'm like, what are you messing with? And I get up and I go over there. She had sprayed Windex all over her crib, all over her sheets, all over her pillow, and all over my James Charles palette. Now I was mad. But I was like, you know what? At that time, James Charles was kind of canceled, and it wasn't hard to find his palette. A couple nights later, she got into the same palette again. After I looked it away, destroyed the whole thing. Dug into it, had it all over her crib, all over her sheets again. Even though I just changed her, just got her a new pillow. But you know what? That's fine.
What you saw was basically my reaction to a lot like the Windex thing. Thank God she didn't ingest the Windex. That would have been a disaster. I don't know how many parents refer to their child potentially being poisoned by a cleaning fluid. A disaster. I would have been terrified. That would have been horrible. She could have gotten sick. A disaster. Oh my God, my 2-year-old would have been throwing up all night. I would have had to leave my James Charles palette and gone to urgent care or something to make sure she didn't get poisoned. Ugh, what a disaster. That's the way I heard it. Your daughter is an inconvenience to you. And if your daughter's not an inconvenience to you and you don't feel that way about your daughter, that's the way you make it seem. So if that's not your true feelings, if that's not your true heart, you better really reevaluate the way you're speaking about your daughter in public. And the fact that she felt comfortable enough to get on YouTube while her daughter's sobbing in the background, a baby too, 2 years old. I have a 3-year-old, still a baby, gets into my makeup all the damn time. So I put it on a higher shelf because I have a brain. And I bought her a little ColourPop Frozen palette that I let her play with because it was like $7, and I don't care if she messes with it. So the baby's crying, sobbing, in the background. And she's like, do you hear her? She's crying because I beat her ass. This is what she says. The fact that she felt comfortable enough to come and sit down in front of a camera and say that to people lets me know that there's a disconnect there. There's something there that's wrong with this woman's brain, or she thinks this is not a problem. This is not wrong. And she's like, okay, well, you take care of your child however you want, and I'll do it, with my child. I'll take care of my child however I want. And that's fine. But aside from the emotional abuse and the physical abuse, you're setting a stage for your daughter to literally feel no self-worth. That you could get that upset about a makeup palette, and a James Charles makeup palette nonetheless. Come on. Wasn't that from Morphe? To get that upset about a James Charles palette and your limited edition Alien Jeffree Star palette. I had a theory that she was trying to maybe get it to go viral, get it to get a lot of attention so she could get the attention of Jeffree Star, but I'm just not sure this is the kind of attention that you want. Yeah. Thank you, Haiti. 2-year-olds are babies. And as a mother, is it annoying and a little inconvenient if my daughter gets into my makeup? I mean, she literally the other day, and I put it on Instagram, she took gold eyeshadow. It was in a tube like lipstick, and she thought it was lipstick. She put it all over her face, like her lips. It was funny. She looked like the Tin Man. But I wasn't like upset or pissed. I was worried that she'd eaten it. I don't want her to do that. So I wiped it off, took a picture because I thought it was cute and funny. I wiped it off, and then I brought out, her little frozen makeup palette, and I helped her do her makeup. You should be flattered because your child's trying to emulate you. Your child wants to be like you, when your kid's watching you change the oil in your car and they want to help. So, you give them a little funnel and let them feel like they're helping out. If you don't pay attention to them, they're going to do this stuff on their own. And I think that's the real issue here. I think that she doesn't pay attention to her child enough. And I don't want to seem like I'm judging. I'm far from a perfect mother, right? I'm not a perfect mother. I yell at my kids. There's many days where at the end I'm like, I could have done better. But we don't. If I did do something to my kids like that I felt ashamed of, I'm going to feel ashamed about it. I'm going to want to hide it. I'm going to want to really examine my behavior and see why I felt the need to do something that I'm now ashamed of. I'm not going to publicly broadcast it on YouTube. You're setting the stage for this little girl that she is not valued, and she has no value to you, because if you're so upset about a makeup palette, which is an inanimate object, it's a physical object, it doesn't really hold any emotional value. Yes, maybe it's a collector's item. Yes, maybe you're disappointed, but it's okay. It's going to be okay, because one day the whole world's going to be gone, and your Jeffree Star alien palette will be truly limited edition. And all that will be left really is the memory of you in the people who knew use your heart. You know what I'm saying? It's too early. I got 5 hours sleep last night. All that's left of you when you leave this world is the impact you left on other people, right? The things you taught them, the way you made them feel. So to place value on this eyeshadow palette over your daughter, not even your daughter in general, but your daughter's like mental state at that point. I understand you're upset, but it's disgusting. And I really, I'm not going to sit here and say, I hope that this woman's kid gets taken away from her. I think if she, because she's young, I think if she gets on the right path, if she maybe, is mandated to take some things like that, I think that she could be a good mom, because I do. Yeah, so if she takes some parenting classes, maybe get some anger management counseling, she will be fine, but she needs to do that. She needs to do something, because this isn't working. This ain't it. It's not going to be the right way to raise your kid in general. You can discipline. And she's like, I don't want her to walk all over me. She says, I don't want her to walk all over me. She is 2 years old. She's a baby. She couldn't walk all over you if she tried. Children don't even know that they're being manipulative. They just know what works to get what they want. And that can also be negative attention, because if they're not getting any attention, they're going to do something to get negative attention rather than no attention. So get your face out of the camera, get your face out of the computer, stop talking to the people on your YouTube channel, talk to your kid, spend time with your kid. Like when I'm done here, because Adam took the kids swimming at the gym this morning, when they get home and I'm done here, I'm going to put together a puzzle with Bella. If my kids were home and awake, you'll never see me on live streaming with you guys, like ever. And it's not because I don't love you. It's just because I love my kids more. Like, I need to be a mother that lets them know they come first and they're the most important thing in this world to me. Get your face out of the camera, realize what's important, spend time with your kid. That's right, Lex. That's what I said. If she felt comfortable posting that online, what is she doing to her child behind closed doors that she's not talking about? It's like when you meet someone new, and you start to get in a relationship, and you tell each other your number, right? The number of people that you've slept with. You don't tell them the real number, right? I mean, I do. I'm a saint. Just kidding. I'm not a saint, but you don't tell the real number, right? You're like, if it's 20 people, you're going to say like 8, or you're going to wait till they give their number and then you're going to, undercut it, or, make something more close to their number. Because, and I don't know, you just don't want them to judge you, right? She's not going to want people to judge her for being a bad mother. So there's going to be certain things that she hides and discloses, and then certain things that she feels comfortable talking about. She doesn't think that they're that bad. If you don't think that's that bad, what are you doing that you're hiding behind closed doors? It's scary. Yeah, I think CPS has been contacted. The answer is always 1. Yes, the answer is always 1. Child's bored, needs more attention. I agree. I mean, she said something like the kid got out of her crib somehow, got the Windex somehow. Once again, this is your house. This is your child. There should be nothing that happens in this house where you're like, don't know how that happened. Don't know how she got my makeup palette that, she's already tried playing with once and I've told her not to. She's 2. Just telling her not to is not going to be enough. They don't have the comprehensive understanding of what's right and wrong at this point. They just know what they want to do. They're little, they don't have any impulse control. So shelf, because she's 2. How tall is she? 2 feet, maybe? Like, she can't get to a higher shelf. Put it on a higher shelf. She's not a Spider-Man baby. Higher shelf. That's all you need to do. Windex? I don't know. Maybe put it like in the cabinet with the cleaning supplies and then put one of those child safety locks on, and then you won't have to wonder how she got the Windex. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being so judgy right now. If she's getting out of the crib, it's an issue. I mean, yeah. Once Bella started being able to get out of her crib, I put her in a bigger bed, but I don't know if the mother needs to be banged up and put in Gen Pop. I think she needs some education. I think she needs some therapy. She needs to pay attention to her child, Tracy. That's right. Mm-hmm. And then she went on Twitter, I think, after, and she was like, I didn't hit her so hard. My hand hurt. My hand hurt before. But in the video, you clearly heard her say, my hand hurt so much because of like how hard I hit her. Like, I hit her so hard, my hand hurts. But then later she's like, no, my hand hurt before. It's like, which is it? Like, of course now you're going to backpedal, but when I was 2, I broke the bottom of my crib for cookies. Oh my God. Where's that video stuff? I found it on, let me see if I can put the link in here. I found it on Sanders Kennedy's channel. I feel like there's too many S's. And he has the full video, and hopefully maybe I get the link for you. Hold on, I'll find it. Okay, I'm getting the link. Maybe. All right, I got it. Let me give you a full video. You guys can check it out. I feel like I did something really special here by being able to for you. Know about technology now, but it's not true. I don't. I will make some mods. I mean, probably not. I have one mod, but he's not here. I don't. It's hard to get a mod because they have a lot of access to your channel. But that's okay. I mean, we don't need to like feed the trolls if we don't need to feed the trolls if there's people in the chat being annoying, then just ignore them. Trolls don't like when you ignore them. Yes, Ryan, exactly. Well, I mean, I don't know what's happening with. I'm going to put the link again if you guys want it, but I don't know what's going to happen with her. We'll keep an eye on it. It's crazy. From over makeup, guys. over makeup. That I cannot understand. And you know what it reminded me of? Oh, trivial. I mean, listen. Would I be mad if Bella got my Jeffree Star, the blood palette? I forget what blood sugar palette. How much does that make sense? So I kind of wanted to like stay, but would I get so mad? Yes, but you know who I'd be mad at? Me. I'd be mad at me. I have like a makeup area, and then there's this high shelf, and that palette is up there. That's where it is. Okay? I would be mad at me, not her. I'd be like, you're an idiot, Stephanie. Why did you leave your blood sugar palette where your 2-year-old could get it? Be mad at yourself. Michelle. We're not talking about Evelyn BZ Mama because I'm recording a Coffee and Crime Time about Evelyn on Monday, so I will be posting that early this week or early next week. Oh, I don't know, Mary. I would just ignore it. It's weird, isn't it? I know, I just noticed all these like weird sex names. Oh, they don't have to be annoying because you don't have to pay them any mind. Thank you, Madeline. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Teresa. Have you ever thought of looking into Larry Dwayne Hall? I mean, I haven't thought about it because I don't know that name, but I will write it down. All right, so let's something weird's going on in this chat. You're right. I need new mods. I need a couple more mods. I hate making decisions. Let's just take the next couple of minutes because we're going to go off in a minute because I know the kids are going to be home in about 10 minutes. Let's just take the next couple of 5 minutes and talk about things that we love lately. What's going on? What are you watching? What are you reading? That's not true crime related. That makes you happy and brings you joy. Please let me know. I'll tell you mine. What did I watch recently that I loved? I think it was on Netflix. Oh, Aiden and I watched Lock and Key. It's on Netflix. It's really, really good. I think it's based off of like a graphic comic of some kind, but oh my God, it's so good. So good. We loved it. And now I bought these like fake, well, they're not fake. They're like little antique keys on Amazon. And I've been hiding them around the house for Aiden so that he thinks that he's finding keys like they did in the show. And that's not so light, I guess, but it's a good action show. It's about Nazi hunters and stuff. It's really good. I've been loving it. Altered Carbon, the new season of Altered Carbon is out. What? I just started watching Marriage Story the other day because I needed something to watch that was like light. It's not light. It's not light, man. I think the thing I watched was on Amazon Prime. And Fleabag, also not light, but really, really good. Oh, and Carnival Row. Carnival Row is so good. It's on Amazon too, I think. So good. Custody, you just won custody battle against your husband, your ex-husband? Nice. That is something to bring you joy. You have a new organizer for your glasses? I have one, but I'm not okay with this. I watched the what's it called? Like the preview. The Carnival Row is amazing. I can't wait for the next season. Oh my God, how hot was Orlando Bloom in that, right? You know it's right. You're reading Going Clear by Scientology? I listened to the audiobook of that last month. I get my glasses from Glasses USA. Hi, Sassy Sandra. Get out right now. Somebody said JoJo in the comments, and I just thought of, you remember JoJo? It's the end of you and me. Oh my God. I can't even take it. Why? Why are people this way? Do you think people just look for live chats to go in and like mess with them? Or do you think like I'm being targeted specifically? Carnival Row. Carnival Row. Thank you, Dari D. I'm reading a book called The Diviners or The Diviners. I think it's called The Diviners. It's by a newer author. It's so good, but I've had it for over a month, maybe longer, and I've read 2 chapters, 3 chapters, maybe, and it's so good. I want to keep reading, but it's hard because you have to have light, right? So sometimes I would read my Kindle books, like if the kids are in bed, and I'm laying next to them and they won't go to sleep, so I'll read. But I make somebody a mod. Like I have to know them really well and trust them because you have a lot of access and control over the channel. And that's why I failed to really get any more mods. The Stranger was so good. Thank you. Who said that? The Stranger was so good. Amanda. But I am the most annoying person to watch like movies or TV shows with because I predict everything that's going to happen. And people hate that. So I predicted a lot of what was going to happen with The Stranger. Like a lot. Except for the neighbor. Oh, I don't want to spoil it. Never mind. I have 1 mod. Thank you. Okay, so thank you, Danielle. I love reading about ancient history. Me too. I've been listening to a new podcast. It's called, I think it's called You Must Remember This or something, but it's so cool. It's like Hollywood history. So, and they do something different like every season. So good. Like if you guys have not listened to it and you like, you know, old Hollywood kind of vintage history and stuff, you should definitely check it out. And then there's another one that I've been listening to called The Bowery Boys. Off now because it's getting crazy in here, and I'm gonna work on getting another mod at least, or making sure the 1 mod I have, well actually I have 2 mods, but one's my daughter, she's, you know, in college, and then one's John Crimes, and who knows what he's doing. He did text me during this, but I don't know why he didn't feel like he should pop on. Probably didn't know it was going live, but I'll make sure that I have at least 2 mods next week when we go live again. Okay. Thank you guys so much. So I recorded and edited a video yesterday, and I did that. It's posting now, so hopefully it'll be up by Monday. And then hopefully I'll be able to record part 2 of that on Monday. I do have some more notes to take, a little more research to do. And then I'll also do the coffee and crime time about Evelyn's case. And I will see you guys then. I love you so much. Stay kind and stay beautiful. Oh, I can't take it. Much love to you guys. I love you. Thank you, Lizzie. True inspiration for Get out right now. It's the end of you and me. Or what about like Closing time. That's what we're going to sing every time we add a live from now on. Because I think I've done that before. It's our thing now. We're just ending it with closing time. That's what we used to do when I ran a nightclub. When it was time for everybody to leave, we'd play closing time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time. I can't remember. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me home. All right, guys, I love you. Bye. But you can't stay here. Yeah, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Here. These trolls won't break my stride. Oh, do you ever just want to tell somebody to F off in your live streams? Because I do. Mark Mayer, troll. How am I supposed to dance? How am I supposed to work on the dancing? I'm sitting down. Have you ever tried dancing sitting down? It was amazing. My sitting down dancing was amazing. Stupid ass. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. She's not a Spider-Man, baby. I'm running and I won't touch ground. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. You talking about breaking my stride? Yeah. That's right, Dari. You look at me and you see your past. Is that the reason why you're running so fast? She said, ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. All right, guys, enjoy your weekend. I love you guys so much. Bye.